continuing from the lessons of the last couple days. If we are multiplying or dividing with mixed numbers, what is the first thing that I need to do? What's my very first step? Cody, what's my first step going to be?
Turn them into
Improper fractions. Okay, now I'm not going to ask you to do this right now, okay? If I'm multiplying or dividing with mixed numbers, the very first thing you have to do is change it to an improper fraction. If you are multiplying or dividing with mixed numbers, you must change them into improper fractions. If you are multiplying or dividing, you must change them. One more time. If you are multiplying or dividing, you must change them. You must change them. You must change them. You have to change them. If you are multiplying or dividing with mixed numbers, you must change them. If you are adding or subtracting with mixed numbers, you may change them. Okay? You may. It will work to do this. And this is the way I used to teach it. Alright? 8 times 3 is 24, plus 1 is 25. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 3 is 43. Bottom the same, just to the top. Now reduce this. 8 goes into 68, 8 times. There's 4 left out of 8. This will reduce to 8 and 1/2. And that's how I used to teach it. However, as I was teaching it this way, in my mind I was knowing this is never ever the way that I would do it. I would never do it this way. So, I am going to teach you the way I would do it. Now, here's what you need to remember. Yes, you may do it that way. If you multiply and divide, you must. Okay? If you multiply and divide, you must change it to improper fractions. If you add and subtract, you may. However, watch how easy this is if you don't. Serena, add my whole numbers. 3 plus 5 is 8.
What do you do times?
Okay? No. Plus. Okay? 3 plus 5 is 8. Griffin, bottom the same. Bottom the same, 8. Just do the top. 1 plus 3 is 4. And that will reduce to 8 and 1/2. Okay? Kenlin, 4 plus 7. 11. Bottom the same. Kenlin, bottom the same.
6.
Just do the top. 2. All right, very good. And Amy, 2 over 6 reduces to 1/3. Very good. 11 and 1/3. Jonathan, over here, subtract this. 9 minus 6.
3.
Bottom the same. Just do the top.
2.
And this will reduce to 1/2. 3 and 1/2. I would like everybody to do number 5 the way it's written. 8 and 2/6 minus 3 and 1/6. You don't need to show me any work if you don't need to. Okay, Jennifer, whole numbers first. 8 minus 3 is? Bottom the same. Just do the top. 5 and 1/6. Now, let's look at it the way it is written. 8 and 2/3 minus 3 and 1/6. Here's what I need to do. I need to look at this, look at the smaller number. Is there a number that I can multiply this by to get 6? Abby, can I multiply this by something? 3 times 3 is 6? 3 times what is 6? 2. 3 times 2 is 6. So, I'm going to multiply this by 2. The bottom is 6. The top is 4. Okay, Abby, help me out. 8 minus 3? 5. Bottom the same. Just do the top. 3. And that will reduce to 5 and 1/2. I would like everybody to do number 6. Okay, Shayla, what can I multiply 4 by to get 8? 2. If I multiply this top by 2, that's 6. Bottom by 2 is 8. All right, Shayla, help me out. 10 minus 5?
5.
Bottom the same?
8.
Just do the top?
3.
5 and 3/8. 5 and 3/8. Okay, let's look at number 13. Number 13. Bryce, is there a whole number that I can multiply 5 by to get 6? No, there's not. So, here's what I need to do. Multiply, and remember, sometimes there may be a quick way, but there is always an easy way. I'm going to multiply this side by 6. I'm going to multiply this side by 5. Okay? So I'm just kind of switching the denominators and multiplying. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 5 is 30. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 5 is 30. All right, Jaylee. 5 plus 6? 11. Bottom the same.
30.
Just do the top.
49.
Okay. Now, watch how we do this. How many times does 39 go into 40? Lyndon? 1 time. It goes in 1 time. Now, watch what I do with my 1. I'm going to add it to this 11. This becomes 12. How many did I have left? How many do I have left when I take 30 out of there? Shane, Serena, good. 19 over 30. So your answer would be 12 and 19/30ths. All right? Let's look at number 15. We've got 9 minus 7 and 3/8. All right? Now, think back to elementary school when you would take, let's say, 32 minus 15. Okay, now everybody watch this, because this is going to get kind of confusing. I'm going to hear a whole lot of huh in about a minute and a half. I'm going to hear huh. So, maybe not. All right, let's look at this. What do I need to do to subtract 5 from 2? I need to... Yeah, what was that word that you guys were taught? Borrow, right? I need to borrow. I need to borrow this. So, I'm going to cross this out, make it one smaller, and make this bigger, right? Watch how I borrow this. Because I need a fraction up here to subtract this, okay? So instead of 9, I'm going to make this one smaller and make it an 8, and then I'm going to write a fraction. And I'm going to look over here. This is an 8, so I want my fraction to be an 8 on the bottom. And if I borrow it, this is what I'm going to have. 8 and 8, 8. Can everybody see? Does everybody understand how 8 and 8 eighths is the same as 9?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because 8 eighths is what?
1.
8 eighths is 1.
plus 1.
So if I have 8 plus 1, that's 9. So I'd have 8 and 8 eighths minus 7 and 3 eighths. So 8 minus 7 is 1. Bottom the same. Just do the top. 1 and 5 eighths. I'd like everybody to try this for me. Let's go 8 minus 3 and 2 fifths. 8 minus 3 and 2 fifths. You're going to have to rewrite 8. Alright, now, let me show you. I showed you this number, okay? Last time, the way it was written was a little bit confusing just because of the numbers they used. 8 eighths. First of all, I need to borrow. I need to rewrite this. This is going to be 7, and I need a fraction. Now, here's what was missed last time because of the numbers. I'm going to use this number as my fraction, okay? Everybody see this? So this is going to be 7 and 5 fifths. Okay? 7 and 5 fifths. So, 7 minus 3 is 4. Bottom's the same. Just do the top. 4 and 3 fifths. Let's try another one. Let's go 10 minus 2 and 1/3. 10 minus 2 and 1/3. The whole key is how are you going to rewrite that 10? This is 2/3. Okay, the whole key to making this easy is rewriting 10 as 9 and 3/3. Alright? So I'm going to make this one smaller. Use this denominator. 10 is the same as 9 3/3. So, 9 minus 2 is 7. Bottom the same, just do the top. 3 minus 1 is 2. So we've got 7 2/3. All right? Go ahead and put your whiteboards and markers away. I do have a comment. What we say to dogs. Okay, Ginger, I've had it. You stay out of the garbage. Understand, Ginger? Stay out of the garbage or else. What they hear. Blah, blah, Ginger. Blah, 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 Ginger. Blah, 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 blah. All the ears are...
Yeah, but how do they know when to sit?
Because
I know what this
I tell you what.
sounds like.
Taylor, you can take it up with Mr. Larson. Maybe he'll tell you. The guy who drew the comic. Drew the comic. All right, here we go. Here is your assignment. Please notice, this is only the odds, okay? Only the odds. Man, I'm being nice to you today. I apologize that I'm not giving you enough homework.
What?
All right?
No, it's okay.
11 through 27 odd. Please also know this. Anytime I assign you odd problems, it is my intent that you look at the answers in the back to check yourself. Okay? Check
It
yourself.
doesn't mean cheat.
I don't mean cheat, okay? You've got to show me some work, but check yourself, okay? So, everyone, please get out your books and quietly start doing this.